I just did a comedy grind like nobody's business.
It was a Lil Wayne mixtape level comedy grind.
I went.
I remember.
When I tell you, I was so adamant about the comedy clubs, stand up, any stage, any room, New York, get the people, get the fans, go get the emails, go back, tell them I'm coming back to the city again. City, Chicago, Cleveland, Cincinnati, you name it. I did that shit for about, I want to say I probably put in like 5 years of nonstop comedy club work. And over that 5 years, gathered the audience, gathered a nice amount of emails. This is when...
Speak to that though, hold on, don't speed by that. Because you were in these comedy clubs.
Yeah.
And I remember this, you were getting everybody's email. And you had a newsletter that you used to send out.
Yeah. So I would do these newsletters for the cities, and I would send them out as a blast. Like MySpace had a feature at the time where you could basically like geotag. I'm coming to Cincinnati, and on your MySpace, you can look for the people in Cincinnati, and I would personally send out messages. I'm coming to Cincinnati, I'm performing. Come see me perform. I mean, you're copying and pasting the same messages over and over again. Some people came, some people didn't, but at the end of the shows, I would know who came, and I would know the result of me individually telling people to come out, because I would be able to match the email addresses up with things that I saw on the MySpace page. So I was like, between these things, if I stay true to it, it'll work. So me and my guys, the Plastic Cup Boys, we would go to the city, land, go to a mall, pass out flyers, tell people about the show, get emails then. We would go to the show, perform. As people were walking out, getting emails. I used to have cards, and I would have cards on the table. People would fill out the cards. I would take them. So then at the end of the weekend, everybody that came, hey guys, when I come back, I'm gonna make sure you all know, thanks for coming out. I built a rapport. For 5 years, maybe more, I was very consistent with that rapport. Colleges, I was performing at showcases for colleges and gathering that personnel. I didn't give a fuck where people were. If it was people there, I was gonna go, and I was going to personally make sure you knew who I was and that I knew who you were. So it went from comedy clubs to theaters real fast. So when that happened, I said, well, I don't wanna run away from the thing that I was doing. I gotta tell people I'm now going to the theaters, right? The theaters, I'm gonna be at the theater, not the comedy club. Well, the theater's selling out so fucking fast. So now I don't have to do the email shit no more. I don't have to.
But that turned to social media too.
Well, this is when social media just started, right? This is when all of this shit. Well, look how the baton was getting passed. Oh man, the tickets are selling, so we're good. I don't have to do this like I once did. Twitter is now out. So now Twitter, I learned what that is, and I'm like, oh wait, I can talk directly to the people that follow me. Go back to the world of emails. I'm on Twitter, here's my @ name, make sure y'all follow me.
I remember all of that.
So all the people that I gathered from all of these cities, name a city during that time.
Detroit.
Name a fucking
Chicago.
city. I don't give a shit.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Every city, I don't care if it's an A market, B market, C market. I went everywhere. Once I said follow me on Twitter, all right, well, I'm out the gate. I had like 300-something thousand followers. I'm like...
You was the first person we knew with 1 million followers.
I was like, oh shit.
Me and Duval was like, he got 1 million followers?
Oh, I said, I gotta talk to him. So now, the emails that I was sending that people weren't privy to are now person-to-person conversations. Now, the shows are getting bigger, the theaters are getting bigger, we're adding shows, we're going from 2,000 seaters to 5,000 seaters, and just like that, as a headliner, I changed the way I looked at how I develop comedy. I said, I need to have a system in place that allows me to stay on the road and come off the road. I shot 2 specials. I did Grown Little Man. I did Seriously Funny. The Shaq's All-Star thing was like a favor. I was like, Shaq said, Kev, you want to do this thing? Jeff Clannigan, who's my partner, that shit was a favor. All these things hit. I was like, all right, well, I can't fuck this up. So now I said, I'm gonna go and I'll do a tour. My tour should always last 1.5 years. and I'll end my tour with the filming of a comedy special, and then I'll develop another set through the course of a year and a half to maybe close to 2. So I had an on season, off season, but it always gave a 2-year gap in between stand up. So I never oversaturated myself in the market. So until this date, there's always a 2-year window in between my specials. But during that off year, I'm developing the new material. So when I come back and announce a tour, well, I'm coming back with new material and a new road, and by the time I film the next special, it'll be 2 years past before the last one. Step, repeat, step, repeat. So I built the process based off of hard work, understanding, and commitment. And that commitment came from the failed opportunities in Hollywood. They threw my TV show back at me. The movies that I had the opportunities to star in did not work in a successful template of working in the business. Paper Soldiers wasn't a box office success. It wasn't a theater release. It was a straight to DVD. Soul Plane was supposed to be a box office success, got bootlegged. Basically, another straight to DVD, if you ask me. So because
Don't
of
sleep
that,
on the Russ Parr film either.
the Russ Parr film, you're talking about, well, you got 2. You got Something Like a Business, and you got 35 and 10,
yeah.
right? So these are my big opportunities at that time. None of this shit was huge successes. These were all cultural fucking pieces of IP that we grabbed onto and supported and loved. So because of that, the fan base got better with stand-up. But I went back to stand-up.
Right.
I was like, I'm out. This LA shit, I'm sitting here waiting by the phone. I'm out.